The idea of a business brain is getting a lot of attention right now in the AI space. And in theory, it's really attractive. An AI agent trained on everything about your business, always working for the most up-to-date picture of your work, that sounds pretty powerful. But if you're thinking that setting up a business brain system sounds complicated, you'd be right. I mean, I spent the past few months going down that rabbit hole. I set up agents with OpenClaw and then with Hermes to ingest and file away every piece of content and every piece of work that I do into a collection of markdown files on my system. I thought that I would use that business brain to have my agents run all kinds of work in my business. But here's the reality. My biggest productivity gains didn't come from that complex system. They came from Claude's own built-in memory. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how I use Claude's built-in memory as my business brain, both in Claude and Claude Code. And then we'll look at when it might make sense to get into more complex setups. All right, let's start with how I use good old Claude as a business brain. And it's all about using projects in Claude. Now, I don't think of projects in Claude as projects per se. To me, each project in Claude is its own business brain with its own self-contained memory. Because every conversation in a project, Claude can see and build on. But anything outside is invisible, and that works both ways. So in a general chat, Claude has no idea what you talked about inside a project. I run a few core projects as separate brains, one for each key area of my business. Let me show you. All right, so I just opened up Claude, and before I do anything, before I start chatting into the box, I almost always go over to the projects list, because this is how I make sure that whatever conversation I'm going to start today is going to be filed away in the right, what I think of as business brain. I think of each one of these different projects as like a self-contained memory. I really don't think of these as projects per se. The one that I always use and come back to is the one called Builder Methods. That's the name of my business. So I'm constantly working on and thinking about Builder Methods, my business, and I'm having strategic planning conversations, and we're doing some creative work. We're talking about the ideal customer. We're writing up marketing copy and things. That's all happening inside of this project. I've got other projects, but I don't even like to use the word project because to me, they're more like buckets or containers of memory, right? I've got one that I created recently where I plan out demo app builds that I will, show on YouTube. Those are very unrelated to the types of things that I would have conversations about and create for Builder Methods because those are just demo apps. They're not actual things in my Builder Methods business, right? So I don't want the content and the things that I discuss here to be mixed in so that I can manage which business brain is at play. So to show you how this is actually useful, let's dive into my Builder Methods project, if you will. But as you can see, this is much deeper than just a single project. This goes back, I think, well over a year. Let's pretend that I'm planning a new advertising campaign on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm giving it no information about who my ideal customer is for Builder Methods. I'm not even telling it what Builder Methods is. And let's just see what it comes up with. This is actually really funny because it's saying before it gives me the copy that I asked for, it's noting something that we talked about in a recent conversation where I was doing some strategic planning. And Claude talked me out of actually running paid traffic because first I need to focus on my organic funnels, like my free workshops, and it's calling those out. I created a new workshop for, the domain expert builder and vibe coder builder and whatnot. So it's sort of like reminding me of and warning me that like, hey, we might be getting off track from our strategic plan that we made a few weeks ago, which is correct. It's correctly pushing back on me, and that's really good. It's a good thing that this is sort of a fictional demo. But, at the end of the day, Claude is going to go ahead and give me what I asked for. And it went ahead and it actually created an artifact. So here's like a starting concept. The ICP, the ideal customer profile, is like a domain expert and they want to learn how to build. I have a few different funnels that feed into Builder Methods Pro. So it's tagging exactly which funnel we're aiming this at. And here's the concept for the campaign: lead gen to a free workshop, data gathering. It's the workshop to BMP path, something that I had already been, discussing and planning in depth with Claude over the last couple of weeks. So here's a concept that I'm really excited to focus on as I speak to my audience, which is, my audience has domain expertise in their industry, and the technical part is learnable, right? And so Claude is sort of like nailing that concept, and it has tone for like, what I constantly ask for no M dashes in a copy, even though it still does them sometimes. So it's just like remembering all these little details about what I care about, what matters for my business. And it's giving me some draft copy, which, is really on point. It's naming actual things in my business that are real. And if you remember my initial prompt, none of that is in here. So I did not give it any background information. It just knew that. How did it know that, right? It has a memory, obviously, but it is also well tuned to the conversations that are specifically within this project in Builder Methods. So if I go back to my Builder Methods project and I just look back to some of the recent conversations, there's like 5 or 6 here where we are talking about planning a free workshop and a lead magnet, and that's probably where it learned about these types of things, and it's sort of remembering that. Lately, I've been having Claude go through and rewrite a lot of the copy on the Builder Methods website, and so through that process, we've been developing different artifacts where it really is understanding my business, my voice, the types of people and customers I'm trying to reach. And so it just knows all that stuff. And all of that is baked into my Builder Methods project. One more thing that I do quite a bit. So the initial prompt here looks like this. And what that is a voice note that I recorded probably when I was outside on a walk. And so that's more of like a brain dump and like a strategic planning, sort of like very high level thinking strategically about my business, just like thinking through a key decision, help me think through this. What's a better system and process for me to go from? So this is when I was really trying to retool my video planning process, which takes a lot of time. And so then I went back and forth with Claude quite a bit on this to think through ideas and to pressure test my ideas. So I used Claude as a thought partner or a strategic coach in this way all the time. And all of this is about like the nuts and bolts and processes and operations within my Builder Methods business. So that's one deep conversation that I had. But if I go back into the project and if I start a new one, and if I reference something about how I create videos, or or I have a question or a challenge that I'm facing, it can refer back and know that like, all right, we've already hashed through part of this. So now then what's the new issue from there? So very unlike if you're just opening up Claude for the first time and you're not even logged in, or ChatGPT and you've never logged in, you're going to get a very generic response that knows nothing about you or your background. But if you spend a lot of time over months and years just going back and talking through all these different issues, especially if you self-contain them in these projects, it starts to build a really deep profile and understanding of all the nuances. And that's when AI and Claude or whatever it is that you're using becomes extremely powerful and helpful as a creative and strategic partner. One last thing on this before I move on. This is simple. Literally just the projects feature. All you do is click new project and you're in. Like there's nothing more complex about that. It's just an understanding of how the Claude system works and then how to use it on a regular basis. Now, of course, I can get into my more complex systems for capturing things in files and my Agent Mac Mini and all that. But really, this project right here is the thing that has been most valuable and has actually produced the most return on my investment of time. So again, keep it simple. You can still get a ton of power this way. Real quick, if you're new here, I'm Brian Castle, and this channel is about working AI natively, not just using AI here and there, but rebuilding how you actually operate around it. And if you want to make that shift yourself, I put together a free workshop on going from AI-dabbler to AI native. That's over at buildermethods.com/workshop. Now let me show you how I use Claude Code as a business brain of sorts. So the same idea as projects in Claude, I think of each repository as its own self-contained business brain that I can work with using Claude Code. A Git repo doesn't have to be a code base for an app. I use Claude Code for other parts of my business, specifically because I want to build up a body of work that can serve as an ever-growing set of training data that makes Claude a more effective creative partner. Let me show you. So now we're going to dive into sort of a unique way that I use Claude Code. And lately I've been doing all of my Claude coding in a tool called Superconductor. And that allows me to, jump around between lots of different projects and repos and multitask and all this kind of fancy stuff. But the one thing that we're really going to focus on here is this one project here that I call content development. And that's here. Now, one thing to note is that this is not an app. It's not even a code base. It's just a folder on my system. And over here on the right side is the contents of my content development folder. So in this folder is where I do all of my content development. So that includes planning out and scripting out and even editing my YouTube videos. All of that happens in here. Or writing my weekly newsletter, or writing new articles, or even tweets, or LinkedIn posts. All of that is being developed all within this one folder, or, it's also being pushed to a GitHub repository. So I think of this one repository or this one folder, content development, as a business brain. So why do I frame it that way? Because as I develop new topics and new pieces of content, it has all this history of all of these topics that I have developed. So, for example, here is one where I developed a tweet and a newsletter and a LinkedIn post and an article. So we can go through all of these. Here is one of my previous videos. Here is the script for that video. It was all developed here. But anyway, like inside of this topics folder is where I develop each individual topic. So here in July, I have 3 new videos that are coming out on the channel this month. There's one about a new concept called Agent in a Box, and that has a whole script that I was working on yesterday. This is where I'm planning out like titles and thumbnails and descriptions and stuff. And so anytime I'm having Claude Code help me develop a new piece of content, it can and it does go back to the previous pieces to have that training, to understand my voice, to understand my opinions, to understand my positions and my takes on things. So it knows where I'm coming from. And even though I'm still giving my input a lot of the time, especially in the planning and the interviewing phase of my content development, it's still like drafting up scripts and content that has to be in my voice. And that's how I can get it from 0 to 80%, 90% really fast. So to show you a little bit more about what's going on, all within this one repo, inside the Claude folder, I've got all these custom skills. And this is not all of my skills that I use everywhere else for development and for other things, but these are the skills that are specific to my content development. So 1 or 2 of these are like created by third parties, but most of these here are my own custom built skills. So for example, when I plan out a new topic, it's going to be using this process, this skill, and it goes through, multiple phases. The other thing that I've been doing lately is creating sort of playbooks. And these are like different formats for types of videos that I can create and produce again and again on the YouTube channel. So they are different videos, different topics, but they sort of follow the same format. So for example, you might have noticed that I have a few recent videos where you watch me build a whole app from start to finish. That's following one of these playbooks. And so I'm sort of just codifying each of these playbooks into a process and a format and some structure so that I can have Claude Code help me produce this stuff faster, even better than I can do by hand. And ultimately, all of that kind of stuff gets created in the history of topics here. And I've even created like a docs page, which helps me sort of like remember how to use this repo, because this is just instructions for me to remember, like whenever I'm ideating and planning out new topics, this is how I go about doing that. I have these steps and I can just, run my planned topic process. And by the way, I mentioned Claude Code. I'm not even really showing Claude Code here, but just to show you, if I were to start something up here and say like plan topic, give me 3 ideas using the agent skill playbook. So this is like a new content format that I'm starting to develop right now, where I'll show how to build an agent skill in a video. And so right now, Claude Code is going to go through and run this process that I built into my planned topic skill, which is right here in this repo, right here. And it's going to sort of read the playbook. It's getting the information that we've documented there. It's going to generate 3 topics. It's going to actually upload those to my drop board. I have a separate app where I manage, this is like a custom built app where I manage my publishing calendar and stuff. That's probably a story for another day. And by the way, maybe this isn't the best example, but one of the steps in my skill is to check for recent topics from this playbook so that the new topics that it's going to pitch to me aren't just duplicates of recent topics. So again, that's a way that Claude is going to use its memory of sorts, which is all built into this repository as part of the process. So actually here, it found a couple of topics that are currently in development and that we're planning out, like, one about watching me build an agent skill that drafts contracts. If that sounds interesting, by the way, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll actually go ahead and finish creating that one because it's still in the early stages. Another one about like how to automate client proposals with an agent skill. So, these are like some new like working titles that I might consider for some new topics coming up. And these are pretty good ideas, and so now I can kind of go through the process and approve all of them, or I can make some adjustments and go from there. I'm going to give that some more thought and maybe work on that a little bit later. But I just wanted to show you how I would get started working in this repo. That, planning out new topics is just one thing that I do in here. Of course, I go through a whole process of drafting content. Other thing that I do is creating derivatives. So I can say, hey, take this video that I created 2 months ago and generate some derivative content ideas. Like I might have talked about a specific topic in one section of a video. Maybe that deserves a whole new video of its own. Or recently I gave a talk at Brighton Ruby in the UK, and I gave Claude my slide deck and I asked it to create derivatives from my talk. And actually that turned into a bunch of the content that I published in June, right? So things like rebuild liberally. You might have seen some of my tweets come out about that if you follow me on Twitter, or X, if you will. So here was one that I was actually talking about, like the verification loops. That's another one. And here is the tweet about, don't rebuild unless you actually absolutely have to, but now that logic has changed and we can rebuild liberally. Well, that was actually drafted here. So that was one of 2 tweets that I drafted here, and that was also expanded into a whole newsletter and a LinkedIn post, all following my agent skills where I go back and forth with Claude to really develop that. But this original idea was originated as a derivative off of a slide presentation that I gave at a conference last month. So yeah, that's a glimpse into how I create stuff and build up a whole history of content all within this one project repository with Claude Code. Now, believe me, you can go much deeper on developing a business brain and complex systems that keep it up to date. In fact, I still have a few that are running with Hermes and Claude Cowork running off of a dedicated Mac Mini. I have agents that ingest every piece of content that I publish and every Claude Code conversation that I have. And my Hermes agent delivers a daily report and summarizes all of the work that I do. And while that's nice to have, I must admit that the actual ROI that I've received from that is nothing compared to the work that I do directly in Claude and Claude Code and the business brains that I've built up in those systems. So I think that's a reminder that no matter how fast these AI tools keep changing, and every week there's a new hot thing that's screaming for your attention, those of us who are actually seeing real gains from AI are actually figuring out how to use it while keeping things simple. In fact, that change in mindset and approach is exactly what I'm teaching in a new workshop on going from AI-dabbler to AI native. You can get instant access to that for free by going to buildermethods.com/workshop. Now, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my next video on gaining leverage with AI. Let's keep building.